of 4 items. So for example, the questionnaire for satisfaction consists of 4 items, utilizing the 5-point Likert type, from 1 to 5. 1 being strongly disagree, then 5 being strongly agree. So 1 to 5. 1 is the lowest, then 5 is the highest.
Saan natin yielding? Saan apps? Mute.
Nakita nyo? Nasa file ninyo yan. Below, you can see also the other variables such as trust. So trust consists of 4 items also. So we have, I can count on this university to provide a good service. This university usually keeps the promises that it makes to me. So there are 4 in all. So that's for trust. Then, if you move down, there is affective commitment. So for example, I am loyal customer of this university because I feel a strong attachment with this university. I remain a customer with them. Tatlo pala, affective commitment. Then we have relationship appeal. There is only 1 item for relationship appeal. But this relationship appeal is measured using 7 point. Yan, ganyan. Pag on the following scale, how would you rate your relationship with this university? 0 equals no relationship to 7 equals a strong relationship. So the respondents can choose either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then finally, we have another variable, loyalty. So loyalty consists of 6 items. So it's very clear. Then we will hypothesize. We will test the relationships among the. For example, your first hypothesis might be satisfaction affects loyalty. That might be your first hypothesis, H1. Then your H2 might be trust affects loyalty. Then third, affective commitment affects loyalty. So you have now H1, H2, H3, something like that. Then you can continue. We have H4, satisfaction affects trust. So yan yung H4 mo. Then you can also have relationship appeal affects trust. Then another hypothesis, satisfaction depends on relationship appeal. So madali lang naman ang pag-formulate ng hypothesis. Kasi by path naman ang gagawin ninyo. Okay na kayo sa software? Okay na. So okay na, pwede na tayo mag-ano. Then if you look at also the other file, yung ang file name niya ay dataset, loyalty data rather. Loyalty data, these are the collected data from using the questionnaire. So ito na yun. So it's loyalty, ini-encode lang. For example, in the questionnaire, mayroon tayong gender. So gender, mayroong gender sa questionnaire, di ba? So maglagay ka na lang ng 01. For example, 1 kung male, 0 kung female. No need to write the words male and female. So just use the codes. So yun lang ang technique dyan sa kahit pa SPSS. Ang i-type ninyo code. Huwag yung words. Kasi ang statistics, hindi niya kayang i-analyze yung words. Numbers lang pwede. Next is age. So, nandyan. Then, the next columns are for satisfaction 1, 2, 3, and 4. Diba? So, if you have 500 people, 500 respondents, for your study, you will occupy also 500 rows. So, 1 row per respondent. Yan, ganyan lang ang format. Your format, the format of your file should be like this so that you can process your data using SPSS, you can process your data using WAR-PLS. Yun yung software natin, WAR-PLS.
Sa SPSS.
Naintindihan na natin yung data structure?
Yes.
Data structure. Okay, we proceed.
Walay
Dahil okay na yung naintindihan na natin yung ating framework. So ito yung framework natin. At mayroon na tayong listahan ng ating data. Yan. SAT1, SAT2, SAT3, SAT4. We have Trust 1, Trust 2, Trust 3, Trust 4, and so on and so forth. So mayroon pa tayong relationship appeal pala. Mayroong affective commitment. Mayroong loyalty. Loyalty consists of 6 items. Loyalty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ganyan lang yung set up of our data. Meaning to say, when you prepare your data, you should use that format. Okay, let's proceed. So, dandahan lang tayo. So, don't worry. Kung kailangan natin parang uod tayong umusan, ayos lang. So, ang importante, ma-experience natin yung hands-on. Okay na? Kung hindi pa okay, pakitaas ang kamay kung hindi pa okay. O, sige. Alalayan natin. Sir, bukas na yung ano mo, WAR-PLS. Yung ganyan. Hindi ma-access. Hindi na kailangan buksan, sir. Kung magkano na tayo. Bukas kasi yung Excel na. You can close also. So, malalaman natin mamaya, sir, kung nag-process na tayo. Okay. Okay na? Sino pa ang hindi pa... You can either close or not. So, yung WAR-PLS, hindi siya maarte. Pero sa SPSS, maarte yun. Kailangan i-close mo. Okay. Hindi pa ready. Hindi pa ready lahat. When I said ready, so dapat ang warp PLS nyo ay ganyan na.
Okay, kopyahan na natin ito. Oh, sige sir. Kopyahan.
Click mo yung ano sir, yung start trial license. O yun, step 1 ka na ma'am. Kasi na yung iba, na-click na yung proceed to use software. Pag-click mo yan, magkaroon na siya ng yellow. Yan.
Saan mo yung sa desktop lang?
Okay na? Okay na tayo? Can we proceed?
Okay.
Mga children, pwede na tayo mag-proceed?
Yes.
O, sige. Ito, anong problem? Yun, proceed to use the software. Okay na yan. Kamukha doon sa screen. Okay. Lahat na tayo ay naka-yellow na. Naka-yellow. Okay. Pakibasa yung step 1. Yan. Open or create a project file to save your work. So pag sinabing open, meaning to say, it's either you have an existing file.
Yes.
Baka mayroon na kang nagawa na, kaya open. Or create. Kung wala ka pang existing file dyan, mag-create na tayo. So doon tayo sa create, di ba? So we can proceed. We can click proceed to step 1. Sige.
Okay.
Proceed to step 1. So, dahan-dahan talaga yan. Gapang. Wala. Yan. May nakalagay dyan, open, tapos create. So, alin ang pipiliin natin dyan? So, create. Common sense din. Mayroong common sense dyan eh. Di ba? Click. Kaya hindi na kailangan ng guide actually. Create project file, ibig sabihin, hahanapan ka ng file name. Yung gusto mong ipapangalan sa project mo. Saan mo ilalagay? Sa which cabinet? May ilalagay sa bahay, sa second floor, sa first floor. So, gusto ko ilalagay natin sa desktop. Okay, sa desktop lang. Desktop. So, ano ang gusto nyong file name? Kayo mismo ang project ninyo yan eh. So, loyalty. Loyalty project. O, sige. Parang hindi nyo alam ang project. Yan. Loyalty. So, halimbawa, mayroon kang project about loyalty, ito yun. Save. So, yan yung laman ng, yan yung step 1. Sabi dito, project file created successfully. File name, loyalty project. Tapos path. Ibig sabihin yung directory kung saan nakasave. Kung sa layman, sinabi lang dito kung saan mo nilagay. So, saan nilagay yung sa'yo? Sa desktop. Okay. Okay, click mo lang yung okay. So, after that, tapos ka na sa number 1. So, step 2 na tayo. So, kung malito kayo, ano ba yung step 2? Pwede mo basahin naman dito. Di ba? May nakalagay naman dito, read the raw data used in the ECM analysis. Kaya hindi na kailangan na ililista nyo pa. Nahati na yung isip mo eh. Nagsusulat ka, tapos nagpipindot ka rin sa computer. Tapos pagdating sa bahay, sa Sunday or January, nakalimutan eh. Useless lang. Okay. So i-click na natin ngayon ang step 2. Tama? Step 2. Okay. Just click. Step 2. Proceed to step 2. So ano yung step 2? Yan. Very good. Read the raw data used in the ECM analysis. Yan. Click mo. So, read from file, of course, kasi ang file natin naka-save doon sa Excel. So, click lang yung read from file. Ang importante lang dito, masunurin tayo. Huwag tayong suwail. So, dito tayo sumunod sa instruction ng software. Read from file. Oh, saan nakalagay yung file natin kanina? Doon sa 2019. Yung sa desktop natin na Cebu. Di ba? Cebu 2019 installers. Then Amora files nakalagay diyan. Ano ang nakalagay diyan? Walang file na n equals 500 dahil Excel 'yon. Change this to Excel kasi yung files type text diyan. So change that to Excel file. Yan, lumitaw na loyalty data n equals 500. Click mo lang yung open. Click mo lang. Masyado tayong masyado tayong mabilis o mabagal? Ano pa kaya ang mabilis? Open. Click mo yung open. Yan. So, mayroong note. Just read. Read carefully. Yun. A file import wizard will appear shortly. Yan. Do not select any options other than next. Yan. Instruction yan. So, kung magaling kang sumunod ng instruction, hindi ka maliligaw. Yan. As soon as the file import wizard closes, a table will show the imported data. Yan. If there are serious problems with the data, for example, lack of column headings, correct the source file and try again. Yan ang instruction niya. Press OK to continue. Then click OK. Click mo na. Yan. Tapos, tiyagaan mong hintayin dahil depende yung lilitaw yan, depende sa speed ng ating computer. Yan. Creating preview. Yan.
Wala pang loyalty.
Okay? Nasundan. Pambihira naman kung hindi nasundan. Next, anong sabi kanina? Ang sabi kanina, huwag kang gumawa ng ibang dyan, except next. I-click lang yung next. O, di ba? Yun lang ang sabi niya. Kaya, ang i-click natin ngayon, next lang. O. Click, next. Next, yan. Next. Click mo. Oh. After mo maklik yung next, anong kasunod? Finish na. Kasi yun ang instruction kanina. Diba yun ang instruction kanina eh. Yan. Tapos yan naman ang lumalabas. Yun. Anong ibig sabihin yan?
Which is yet to be processed for analysis.
Diba? So, user-friendly. User-friendly. So ano sinabi? So ano i-click natin dyan?
Click OK to continue.
Okay. So anong sinabi niyan? This table shows the raw data which is yet to be pre-processed for the analysis. Do not worry about missing values. So minsan mayroong missing values. Ibig sabihin ng missing values yung mga item doon sa survey na hindi sinagutan ng respondents. Okay? Lalagyan lang daw niya ng NaN, meaning to say no answer. Yan. Or columns with zero variance. So, this and other problems will be solved in the future step when the data will be pre-processed. So, continue. Yan. Kapag masunurin ka, yan, babasahin mo, does the data look correct? So, tinignan natin sa Excel kanina yan, kamukha lang, di ba? Kamukha lang. Kaya ang sagot natin dyan, yes. So, you will be guided accordingly. So, may note na naman. Raw data file read successfully. File name, nandyan. Pati path, nandyan. Press OK to continue. So, masunurin ka lang ha. Click mo yung OK. So, tapos na tayo sa step 2. So, punta na tayo sa step 3. So, yes. Okay. Proceed to step 3. Okay na? Step 3 na tayo. So, click mo lang yung proceed to step 3. Then, click mo yung pre-process data. Pwede mong basahin dito kung gusto mo. Pwede mo basahin. Kung anong ibig sabihin ng pre-process data. So, naka-indicate yan dito. You are now in step 3. Yan. When you press the pre-process data button, the raw data file will be checked for a few problems. Yan. Isa-check niya. Missing values. Okay. Click mo yung pre-process. Yan. Check niya yan. I-standardize na yan, meaning to say, from raw data, gagawin niyang standard scores. Okay. So, yung unang statement dito, checking for and correcting missing values. Kapag may missing values, ang missing values papalitan niya ng arithmetic mean, average nung sumagot. Kaya later on, wala na siyang blank. Kasi may nakalagay dyan, missing data imputation algorithm used arithmetic mean imputation. So in our file, there is no missing found. Yan o, no missing values found. Checking for and correcting zero variance problems. For example, sa gender, sa gender, puro male, puro 1. So walang variation, walang variance, zero variance yan. Tatanggalin niya yon. Okay. Yung mga problems about data analysis, tatanggalin niya. Okay. Checking for and correcting identical columns. So dapat ang mga columns mo walang identical. Dapat unique. Unique name of variables. Kung gumamit ka na ng item 1, huwag mo nang ulitin na item 1 pa rin. Kung gumamit ka na ng age, huwag mo nang ulitin ang age sa next column. So dapat unique ang variable name. Standardizing data. So, all columns standardized. Yung checking for rank problems, may counter ito kung ang number of variables mo, number of columns mo, mas marami kaysa number of rows. So, dapat marami ang respondents. Okay. Click mo yung okay. Click okay. So, ito na yung kasunod na pre-process na daw. So, if you read carefully, so, para hindi ka malito, standardized data are obtained by subtracting each column. Parang formula ang binanggit niya. Typically, standardized data range from -4 to +4. And missing values in the raw data are shown as 0. So, okay to continue.
Dapat sa projector.
If you look at the file, now, the values are already converted into standard scores. Pero of course, yung respondent number, hindi na natin magagamit yan. Okay lang kung kino-convert yan. Okay. Click mo yung yes. Click mo yung yes. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, tapos na tayo sa steps 1, 2, and 3. So, we proceed to step 4. Yan. Sa step 4, ang nakalagay dito, define ECM model. Ayan. ECM model na tayo. Just click. Define ECM model. So here, sa define ECM model, you need to draw your diagram. Yung framework mo dito. Drawing mo.
Based sa related.
Napansin nyo mayroon tayong latent variable options, mayroong direct link, mayroong moderating link. So, ibig sabihin mamaya, pwede tayo mag-drawing ng path, yung direct link. Mag-drawing tayong moderating link, pwede. Pero as of now, we can create our latent variable first. So, if you point your cursor on latent variable options, may nakalagay dito create latent variable, edit latent variable, delete latent variable, move latent variable. So, nandiyan lahat. So, of course, common sense, gagawa tayo ng latent variable. So, create. Yan. Kapag nagdilaw na, dapat makakita na kayo ng yellow color dyan. Point your cursor on the white. Tapos i-click mo. So lalabas yung dialog box. So dialog box dito sa latent variable name. Huwag kang maglagay ng space. Pero ang maximum number of characters, 8 lang. Tapos walang space. So, pwede tayong gagamit ng is 80 lang. Meaning to say satisfaction. Satisfaction. After that, you need to transfer from here going to the left side. Yung mga indicators ng satisfaction. So, of course, ang indicators dyan is SAT1, SAT2, SAT3, SAT4. Click mo lang yung add. Di ba? Yan. Ibig sabihin, your variable satisfaction consists of 4 items. And the items are reflective. Kahapon nag-discuss tayo ng reflective. Sino ang naka-recall? Kahapon. Reflective versus formative.
Yung ano nga ulit?
Diba?
Yung formatting ay yung reflective.
Space 2 yan.
Kapag ang formative ay kapag ang indicators ay highly correlated, reflective. Pero kung hindi siya correlated, formative. For example, sa ating screen kahapon, we measure drunkenness. So yung drunkenness, pwedeng ang indicators mo, amount of beer, amount of wine, amount of liquor. So, hindi naman kailangan na yung tatlo na yun iinumin mo para malasing ka. Pwede ka namang malasing kung zero content ng beer, zero ang wine, liquor lang ang inumin mo.
Oh, man.
So, hindi correlated ang mga indicators mo. Whereas, yung drunkenness in terms of reflective, dizziness,
Pwede din siya mag-
ano ba yung indicator ng lasing?
hindi like curve.
Dizziness,
Wala yun siya niya.
speech blurred,
Wala yun siya.
di ba? Yung hindi malinaw magsalita, sabay yun. Speech blurred, dizziness, slow reaction. So sabay yung tatlo. Meaning to say, mag-manifest yun sa taong lasing. So, pagkaya nito, ang ano dito, yung mga items natin, these are indicators of satisfaction. So, reflective ang ating gagamitin. Okay, just click save. Save. So, ang ibig sabihin sa ngayon pala, nakagawa ka na ng variable satisfaction na 4 ang indicators. So malinaw na there are 4 indicators and the indicators are reflective. Reflective. Okay na? So, sige, bubuksan ko yung ano kahapon para binanggit ko lang kasi ngayon para ma-recall. Pero mas maganda buksan ko ulit para ma-recall ninyo 100%.
Napay ko eh. Hindi pistola.
Ma-recall ninyo ng 100%. Okay, Amora.
Dili na ko makita ang loyalty.
Kuya Kyle.
Ano lang eh.
Ito,
Okay.
if you can still remember this,
Master.
yan. Nagbigay tayo ng example ng formative constructs.
Okay.
Ito, reflective. Ito yung sinabi ko na dizziness, speech blurred, slow reactions. Kung lasing ang isang tao, ito yung mag-reflect sa kanya. Pasuray-suray, blurred siya mag-speech, then slow ang reaction niya. Di ba? Suray-suray siya, ganon. Lasing. Sabay yung tatlo. Pero dito, hindi kailangan na sabay. Okay? Kaya, yan ang very good example when it comes
Just
to
denote taking.
differentiating formative and reflective constructs. Okay na. Tapos, gagawa ka na naman ng panibagong variable, ulitin mo lang yun. Go to latent variable options, create latent variable. Di ba yun ang ginawa natin kanina? Tapos, kapag mag-yellow na, i-click mo dito sa white. Tapos, type ka na naman ng trust. Trust naman.
Mistrust.
Yan, trust naman. Yan, 4 yan. 4 yung trust na yan.
Hindi pa isasama ang counter.
So you have now 4 items for the trust variable. So ganyan muna. Then Next, ulitin mo lang. Loyalty naman. Loyalty. Loyalty. So there are 6 in all. Pwede ito sa mga sulatan. Reflective lahat. Ito nga sir. May common sense din dito. During your proposal writing, dapat i-identify mo na kung mayroon kang reflective at saka formative na variable. So, for example, in this case, ang reflective, I will give another one. Kasi na-show ko na yan. So, another one. Yan. Gagawa tayo ng, kasi kakakain lang natin, no? Satisfaction with a meal. For example, kanina, items or indicators for satisfaction with a meal that fit the definition of reflective latent variables. Latent variable are, yan, I am satisfied with a meal. So, if for example, we will be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-point scale, I am satisfied with a meal. Kung halimbawa, satisfied ka kanina, hindi ko sinabi na satisfied ka. Kung in case lang na satisfied ka. So, ang rating mo is 4. Mataas. Dahil ang nasa isip mo, nasa feeling mo, satisfied ka. If you answer number 2, dahil satisfied ka sa number 1, yung number 2 mo, malamang, busog ka. So, mataas din. Correlated sila. The higher your answer in number 1, the higher also the answer in number 2. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng reflective. Na-correlated yung mga items. Okay? Pero kung gagawa tayo ng ibang questionnaire na formative, ganito naman ang mangyayari. Halimbawa lang na ang mayroon na ahid na yun sila. Okay. Number 1, I am satisfied with the main course. So, halimbawa lang na ikaw ay vegetarian. Vegetarian ka. Less satisfied ka sa number 1. Pero dahil vegetarian ka, ang dessert ay fruits. So, mataas ang rating mo sa number 2, mababa sa number 1. So, ang ibig sabihin, hindi correlated. So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng formative construct. Okay. So, I proceed. So, let's proceed. We go back to our drawing. Anong kasunod yan? Arrows. Yan. Ang arrows, nasa direct link. So, direct link. So, i-click lang natin yung create direct link. Click mo lang. So, after that, kung na yellow na, go to the variable trust, i-click mo dyan, at i-click mo rin yung isa.
Ay, wala yun.
Ulitin ko. Click mo yung direct, click mo yung create direct link, i-click mo yung satisfaction, i-click mo rin yung loyalty. Do the same. Do the same. Yan. Oh, di ba? Tapos na tayo sa ating drawing. Tapos na. Ang next dyan ay
Can we change the direction of the arrows?
kung halimbawa gusto mong i-delete kasi nagkamali ka sa direction ng arrow mo, so go back to direct link tapos delete. Tapos i-click mo yung arrow. Tapos mag-drawing ka ulit. Paano po, Matt?
How do we move the ovals around the white areas?
How do we move? So ang gagawin mo, punta ka lang sa arrow. Yan, nag-move na.
Drag.
Hawakan mo yung, ano mo, yung, anong tawag doon? Yung mousepad mo. Kung hindi kaya dito sa mousepad, punta ka dito. Yan. Joke lang kasi para hindi tayo atokin. Okay na? So, sabay tayo, dandahan.
Trust and satisfaction.
Iba kasi. Hindi tayo na lang natin.
Hindi ka pwede mag-diretso na mag-click ng dalawang ovals. Balik ka dito directly.
Tutuluan mo, Sherwin, no?
Create directly from trust to loyalty.
Okay. Ayos na ayos ka lang kayo dyan sa likod? Ayos. Okay. Kung halimbawa gusto mong i-center yung drawing mo, if you want to center your drawing, click mo lang yung model options, tapos may nakalagay naman dito centralized model. Tapos pwede mo rin i-click yung show hide indicators para ma-check mo kung tama. Oh, di ba? I-click mo lang yung show hide indicators. So, model options, show hide indicators. Para lang ma-check mo lang. Curious ka lang kung tama ba yung pagkalagay mo.
Ito, JPEG.
Di ba?
Alam mo, gawa na ito nag-message tayo. Nag-good tayo. Pagkawa natin tayo.
Okay.
Sa GPG file eh.
Ang model.
Hindi po juga ikatuloy ko ni save sa
Can we proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Then we proceed to the green. So, yan. Save model. And close. Again, click mo lang yung save, model, and close. Okay. May note na naman siya. Is a model created successfully? Press OK to continue. So, click mo lang yung OK. Tapos, mayroon tayong note again. So, sana yun, note. Okay ulit. Yan, okay ulit. Click OK, then, anong resulta? Proceed na tayo sa last step na. Proceed to step 5. So, it is basically a computation. Computation na yung step 5. Proceed to step 5. Perform analysis. O, di ba? Na mayroon ka ng ECM. Tapos na, unboxing. Interpretation. Yes.
Ito na yung
Diyan mo na yun. Diyan mo na muna find out.
Okay. Nandyan na. Madali lang i-process, but it doesn't mean that this is already the final output. Kasi check mo yung indicators mo kung mataas ba ang indicator loading, pumasa ba yung average variance extracted, pumasa ba yung Cronbach alpha, di ba? Marami pa tayong titingnan. Okay. So, our first or our next step is to click the output. For example, view. Click mo lang. Then we have view indicator loadings. Then i-click natin yung view combine loadings and cross loading. View indicator loadings and cross loadings, tapos view combine loadings and cross loadings.
ala, pibalite.
Click mo lang. So yung naka-parenthesis, the values that are enclosed in parenthesis, yan yung indicator loading. So ano ang sinabi dito? For the satisfaction, pasado. Pasado. For the class, pasado din. For the loyalty, pasado din. Ulitin natin kung ano daw ang i-click. Hindi nakita.
Lagyan pa dito na
View.
kaya na ha.
Muna yung
View.
palitan sa
Then,
SM.
view indicator loadings and cross loadings. Then, view combined loadings.
Subcode version validity pa na. Inversion validity pa.
Okay? Okay na? Oh. So, pasado siya dito. So, ibig sabihin, wala tayong tatanggalin na items. Pasado dahil greater than 0.5. 0.5 or higher yung naka-parenthesis.
Ang mga indicator loading.
At saka yung cross-loading, makinig kayo. Kasi baka pag-uwi ninyo makalimutan. Ang tawag dito sa naka-parenthesis ay indicator loading. Tapos yung mga nasa, for example, ito, cross-loading yan. Yung sa satisfaction, yung loads, di ba yung SAT1, SAT2, SAT3, SAT4, yan ay mga items ng satisfaction. So ito ay indicator loadings. Yung naka-highlight sa akin, yan ay, ang tawag dyan ay cross-loading. So dapat ang cross-loading mas mababa compare doon sa indicator loading. Ibig sabihin, hindi nalito yung respondents mo. Ang intindi niya talagang doon sa pang-satisfaction na items yun. Okay. Don't worry about the procedure kasi mayroon na akong naka-share sa inyo. Di ba? Sa inyong kopya dyan, may kopya lang akong ng procedure. Step 1, step 2, ganun. Nakalagay na yan sa ating guide. Okay. So, let's proceed. Ang next na naman natin titingnan yung Cronbach alpha, average variance extracted. So, dito naman yan sa view. View latent variable coefficients. View latent variable coefficients. Di ba nandyan yung average variance extracted? Alpha, nandyan. Composite reliability. Di ba? Nandyan. Yes. Nandyan. Alpha, nandyan. Kaya kung mag-thesis writing kayo, may alpha na dyan.
Okay.
Dissertation writing, may alpha na dyan. May composite reliability. Okay? mayroong R squared, mayroong kurtosis, may skewness, kompleto yan. Okay. Pasado hindi? If you recall, our average variance extracted sa lecture natin kanina, 0.5 or higher. So, ang pinakamababa dito ay 0.721. So, pasado. Okay. Pasado na.
Ika muna sir.
Ngayon, ano ang i-present natin? Yun ang ating gagawin. Ano ang i-present?
Sir, again, sir, sa latest variable coefficient, sir, the basis for interpretation again is
Ano po?
ang latent variable coefficient, sir.
Indicator loading. Indicator loading, 0.5 or higher. So, ganito na lang ang gagawin natin. Balikan natin yung slides kanina.
Pangita tagbrato. Idea ram ito pa tao na.
Si discriminant reliability.
Yan.
Kasi sa convergent lang sa diba lahat. Mamaya sige.
Indicator loading. Di ba? Mayroon tayong slides kanina. Sabi dito sa indicator loading, dapat ang p-values less than 0.05. Kapag titingnan mo yung p-values doon sa ating results, p-values. Ito, p-value. Less than 0.05. Ang nakalagay dyan, less than 0.001. Ang ibig sabihin, napakaliit na ng p-value mo. Pasok doon sa requirement na yon. So, if you read also the next requirement, ang indicator loading daw, sabi dito, indicator loading is 0.5, not less than 0.5. Dito.
Okay, mauna yun.
According to here. So, titingnan mo dyan, walang less than 0.05. Sunod, ang titingnan mo, yung average variance extracted.
Paano po pag may greater than 0.05
Greater
na
than.
p-value?
Ang p-value, ang ibig sabihin, tanggalin mo yung item na yun.
Tsaka rin sa sa loading din po.
Yes, oo.
And then
Thank you.
with the analysis, sir, pag may tatanggapin.
Kung halimbawa lang, example lang na ha, mayroong isang item na ang p-value ay greater than 0.05.
Opo.
Saan ka babalik?
Sa
Step 4. Sa step 4 ka kasi doon ka naglagay ng mga items. Tanggalin mo yung items na yun.
Okay. Thank you.
Diba? Parang redo lang. Average variance extracted, ang minimum is 0.5. Okay. Ibig sabihin, ang questionnaire natin mayroong convergent validity. Pasado. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Anong concern pa?
Kung tatanggalin po, paano po yun i-explain sa panel, for instance, na hindi makapag...
Ang ano, sir?
Kung may
Ang
tatanggalin na
explanation mo, sir, ilalagay mo sa methodology mo. For example, ang lagay mo sa methodology na ang indicator loading na cut off of the indicator loading should be 0.5 or higher. So according to Cornell and Larker, Hare and colleagues, 1987. In case hindi mag-qualify yung items, i-delete mo. So yun ang promise mo doon sa methods mo eh.
para hindi na magtama.
Oo, hindi naman ibig sabihin na gawa-gawa mo lang yan kasi mayroon ka talagang scientific approach yan eh. Mayroon kang reference.
Okay po.
So you are allowed to remove items. Okay. Sunod. Ibig sabihin yung ating trust, satisfaction, at saka loyalty, pasado in terms of indicator loading and average variance extracted. Paano natin i-present? Dito yun. Lagay mo lang yan sa satisfaction, nandito yung items, tapos indicator loading. Sa actual na study niyo, ilagay niyo yung actual item dito. Kagaya sa aking presentation this morning, na nakalagay yung item mismo dito. So these are evidences that your questionnaire has convergent validity, has a good convergent validity. Sunod naman, yung ating discriminant validity. Sabi dito, sa discriminant validity, dapat daw ang diagonal greater than the values in the off diagonals. Yung values in the off diagonals are Pearson correlations. Then the values in the diagonal are square root of the average variance extracted. Saan yan sa work PLS? So nandito lang yan. So sa work natin, go back to your drawing. Tapos i-view mo. Then dito yan sa correlation, view correlations among latent variables and errors.
View correlation.
Yan nakalagay, view correlations among variables and errors. Tapos pipiliin mo yung una, yung may average variance extracted. Yan.
Among latent variables.
Okay? Click mo. I-click lang yan. Siya na bahala sa'yo. O, di ba? I-copy and paste mo na lang yan eh. Yung diagonal naka-parenthesis pa, oh. Naka-parenthesis pa yung diagonal. Tapos yung off diagonals, malinaw na mas mababa siya. May tanong? What is the meaning if in case mataas ang correlations kaysa diagonal? Anong ibig sabihin? Hindi maganda yung discriminant validity ng questionnaire mo.
So paano pag hindi?
Paano ma-improve? Tanggalin mo yung lakihan mo yung square root. Para malaki, di ba ito ay square root of the average variance extracted. So dapat mataas yung average variance extracted mo.
Tanggalan ng items.
So paano mo taasan yung average variance extracted?
Tanggalan ng items.
Di ba ito ay average variance extracted? Ito kasi mag-increase yan. Mag-increase itong average variance extracted kung magtanggal ka dito ng mababa. For example, tanggalin mo yung 0.80, yung SAT2, tataas yan. Dahil tataas yan, kung i-square root mo yan, tataas din. Ganun lang, numero. Okay.
If.
Just in case lang. How to improve average variance extracted, remove mo yung mababa ang indicator loading. Okay na? So dahil ang discriminant validity, convergent validity plus the Cronbach alpha ay pasado, meaning to say there's no more problem about the measurement component. Di ba ang structural equation modeling measurement component plus the structural component.
Diabetes kasi.
May ano tayo dyan? Point 6 ang pinakamababa sa
Lowest indicator loading.
Cronbach Alpha. Yes po.
Sir, may question po ako. Is it really okay na sa dulo mo na check na okay yung instrument? Or is it better kung titingnan mo muna yung validity and reliability beforehand bago mo siya gamitin yung instrument?
Yung last question mo, sir, yun ang tama. Kaya nga, before we use the questionnaire, dapat na-establish na yung validity and reliability. Yun ang purpose kung bakit publish dapat ang questionnaire mo. Di ba? Ibig kong sabihin, dapat existing questionnaire na publish na. Mas maganda yun, safe ka. Kaysa gagawa ka, malaki ang responsibility mo kung gagawa ka ng bago. Kasi, i-check mo pa yon yung validity niya. Pero kung blind naman yung inyong, halimbawa, dissertation, hindi naman alam ng panelist ninyo yung ECM, hindi na nila alam yun.
Sir, paano po sir pag yun ay, di ba mas better kung ni-run na muna yung reliability at saka validity before nag-conduct talaga ng study. Paano pag-conduct ng study, sir, pag-run hindi na valid?
Valid yan, sir, kasi statistics. Ganito po yun.
Based on probability.
Para lahat naman maka-benefit sa question. Very good question.
Thank you, sir.
A very good question is like this. Makinig kayo. Bagong gawang questionnaire. Nag-pilot test siya. Tapos, he found out that during the pilot test, valid and reliable. Paano daw kung sa actual na gathering of data, hindi na siya valid and reliable? Possible ba yon? Possible ba yon?
Possible, pero maliit ang chance.
Maliit ang chance kasi lalo na kung malaki ang malaki ang sample size mo, consistent yan. Mayroon mang sumablay dyan, mga items lang. Pero hindi yan buong questionnaire. Yan.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Some more questions. Kaya yung mga umuupo ng thesis, defense, dissertation defense, tapos gagamit kayo ng ECF, mas maganda mag-train kayo ng ECF. Huwag yung uupo kayo na blind kayo sa ginagamit ng estudyante. Kaya kayo mga bata pa tayo dito, tama yung ginawa nyo na nag-attend kayo ng seminar.
SEM, nindot dyan SEM team. Ma-check mo ng reliability.
Because oftentimes there is a technical debate, especially if the members of the panel come from different schools or universities with varying culture.
Yeah.
Now, we members of PARSU, can we contact you anytime to seek your wisdom? In case lang, sir,
Sana oil,
para
may
ma-settle
budget.
ang dispute.
Sana oil, si ma'am, may budget.
In case we are groping in the dark and confused,
Sir, ma'am, use the microphone para everybody can benefit your question.
Good afternoon, sir.
3,000 na kasi
More often, conflicts happen, especially if the members of the panel come from different universities with varying research culture. Now, I am asking, sir, if if Parsu could provide the needed assistance, no, in case we ask for your wisdom, or in case we are groping in the dark or confused when it comes to statistical application, sir. I believe all of us here are already members, legitimate members of Parsu.
Dito.
Can Parsu offer us the generous assistance in case, sir?
Parso is always supporting to everybody who are willing or who are asking assistance from us. We are always ready to help, but it depends on your institution. If your institution is open for that suggestion, then of course anytime you can call us, you can contact Parsu, then we are willing to help the group. Yes po.
Yesterday you mentioned about conflict in considering the typology of data, like using the Likert scale. Some universities would take it as interval data. The moment we convert values or the data into continuous variables, na mean yung ginagamit, sir, yun bang may decimal point na? Then, others naman, other universities would take it as ordinal data. So doon pa lang may conflict na, no, in with regards to the application of parametric and non-parametric tools. So, mayroon namang ibang universities, kasi kahit, sir, nagbasa ka ng literature, mismo yung mga statisticians nag-aaway-away. May iba nga, tawag nila doon equal appearing interval. When to qualify 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 na nagli-Likert scale as interval or ordinal data. Although in other universities, aside from the typology of data, they put into consideration the normal, the distribution of data. So, doon pa lang, sir, malaki na kadalasan yung conflict na nangyayari among universities. So, that's why kanina po, humingi ako ng extra na pabor, no? If there is a possibility na humingi rin kami paminsan-minsan ng wisdom ng mga taga-Parsu para ang mga ganitong klase ng problema ay ma-solve namin o mabigyan ng solusyon. Thank you, sir.
Nowadays, it's very easy to contact Parsu because we have Google group, so we can discuss matters related to research and statistics by just sending us email. For example, if you are now a member, then by after our seminar, I will add you to the group. Then once you are already in the group, you can send your email anytime to our email. Then once you send that message, all members can interact. Meaning to say, you can receive also if you want to contribute to the discussion. Then feel free to answer, share your knowledge. Parang ganon. So wala na tayong boundary sa panahon ngayon, di ba? So every time you have confusion, you have questions, you have concerns, just send your email to Parsu. Then, of course, pag sinabi ko, pag i-email mo yon, parang ano yun siya Parsu at gmail.com, parang something like that. Pero marireceive mo yon kung mayroon na tayong na-add na kayo sa group. Kung na-add na kayo sa group, parang ano pa rin, parang nag-uusap pa rin tayo na harapan. Through email nga lang. So, kaso, based on my observation, 2 years ko lang ginawa yung Google group na yan. Karamihan sa mga members, tahimik lang So, iilan lang yung nag-discuss about it. Kung halimbawa, si ma'am mag-send ng question, titingnan ko, within the day, walang sumagot, sasagot na lang ako. Parang ganon. Tahimik lang ang iba. So, hindi mag-contribute. So, mas maganda sana, i-promote natin yung culture of yung offline communication. So kahit wala tayo sa face-to-face, after our training kasi, uuwi tayo sa kanya-kanya nating universities, then wala na. Nag-stop na ang communication. Pero Parso wants that the communication still continue even after the seminar. So we can still communicate through our Google group. In fact, we have also a group in Facebook, so we can also discuss matters related to research and statistics in that forum. So Facebook page, mayroon din. Facebook group, mayroon. So kaso lang ang Pilipino talaga hindi nagdi-discuss ng outside the room. Gusto nasa room. Yes, sir.
Siguro, ang advantage ko pag research namin, immediately data, pero kailangan po namin,
Mag-request po ng...
Halimbawa data, I'm conducting a research, wherein kailangan ko ng additional data, mag-request pa rin some information from the association.
Yeah. Ibig sabihin, magtanong kayo kung how...
Additional information data to help the research.
Pwede naman po, pwede. We can assist. Kung halimbawa, ang assistance lang ay suggestions, okay lang yan. Through email, mga ganon. Pero kung Parso na talaga ang gagawa, medyo matagal, di ba? Pwede naman, siguro, long term na, pero when it comes to suggestions, recommendations, 24/7 kami. Tayo, kasi member na kayo, di ba? So, yung kayo din, halimbawa, naka-attend na kayo ng ECN. So, you can, I suggest, parang friendly suggestion lang, para hindi kalawangin yung natutunan nyo ngayon, i-share ninyo yon. Share ninyo sa inyong colleagues. Gagawa kayo ng research para may publication din. Yes po.
Ano ang grade?
Bakit hindi parehas ang average variance extracted doon sa...
Ano sa na-discuss ko na ilagay?
At saka doon sa last, sir, na meron diagonal.
Ito.
Yes po.
Square roots
Okay.
ng AB.
Tapos, yung average
Doon sa
variance
isa
extracted,
na meron
ito.
sa lahat ng
Yan.
variable coefficient. Yes
Yan.
po. Yes.
Ganito po yan. The average variance extracted here is 0.721.
Yes.
Kunin mo yung square root niyan. Kunin mo ang square root at i-compare mo dito sa output ng dito. If you take the square root of 0.721, ito yung square root niya.
Dara nila ko, nagdiligin ako, kita nila.
Square root yun, hindi yun equal na, kaya hindi equal.
Kasi yung nasa square root of average.
Okay na? Sige po.
So, tayo sunod from back alpha.
Ay, laptop na.
Okay na. Mayroon pang additional concerns? Yes po.
Sir, tanong ko lang po sana, paano wala bang statistical way para malaman mo kung saan mo i-direct yung arrow? Like, why satisfaction to trust? Why not trust to satisfaction? Ganun ba? Kung
Theory yan, ma'am.
confirmatory, sir,
Sige po.
pwede, pero paano kung exploratory? Ano yung basehan mo para malaman mo yung direction at saka yung direct at indirect effects nung path na gagawin mo?
Parang ganito yun, ma'am. Dapat alam mo yun sa theory. Kaya yun, nag-review tayo ng literature. For example, high school grade. High school grade. Tapos, high school grade, high school GPA, tapos mayroon kang another variable dito sa kabila na college GPA. So, ang statistics, hindi niya alam kung saan ang arrow, saan ang direction ng arrow. Ang nakakaalam dyan,
Correlation.
yung theory, yung actual na nangyari sa society. So, siyempre, mas una ang high school GPA kaysa dito. So, naturally, yung direction ng arrow mo papunta dito. Okay. So, hindi pwede na from college going to high school GPA. So, ang ibig sabihin, mayroon ding common sense. Okay. Sa question naman ni ma'am, possible yan sa Amos. Yung question mo ma'am, kung hindi ka nalito, halimbawa nalito ka, ano pang nauna, trust o loyalty? So, the Amos knows, can suggest whether the direction is from loyalty going to trust or from trust to loyalty. So, ang tawag natin dyan ay data-driven. Data-driven. But we need to validate the data-driven findings of Amos. I-validate natin yan using theory. Kaya sa research, dapat magsabay yung theory and data. So, i-validate mo yan, i-cross-validate, mayroon kang cross-validation. So, possible yun na sa using Amos. Dagdagan mo pa dito ng, ng board exam.
So, the first, sir, SEM could also be used with continuous variable, sir.
Di ba? High school, college GPA, board exam. So, pwede pang dito, work performance. So, this is an example na magagamit mo talaga yung path analysis sa real life. Hindi lang IB, DB. Di ba sa atin sa graduate school, dalawa lang eh. Dalawa lang, I'm sure. Ito yung IB, ito yung DB. Yan ang tinuturo sa atin eh. Tapos lagyan natin dito ng arrow. Yan lang ang tinuturo sa atin. Pero sa actual na life, path, bago mag-high school, may ano pa yan eh, elementary. Papunta doon. Bago mag-college dito, mayroon pa yung entrance exam. Sa university entrance exam, diba? Ganyan. At may possibility na yung high school GPA, may possibility na ganyan din. Why? We don't know. We need to put a question mark for that. Depending on the result. Pwede rin na ito ay mayroon dito. So, just an illustration showing to you the direction of the arrow. Because the question is, how do we know? How can we ensure that the direction of the arrow is from X to Y? Why not Y to X? So, first, the first answer is based on common sense. The second is based on theory. Third, based on the data-driven. So we can use Amos if you want to validate kung saan ba talaga ang arrow. Okay.
Palit lagi kang sikat. Kana.
Anong mayroon pa? May concerns?
Kakais doktor.
Yes, sir. Sige, sir.
Actually, sir, parang naguguluhan ako kasi uh, before I came here, I was expecting na parang gagawa tayo ng equation na to predict a certain variable based from a certain set of variables. So, and then, ganito lang pala. Pero, mayroon po ba tayong way, sir, na gagawa tayo ng parang equation to predict a certain variable based on like that certain sets of variables?
Ganito yun, sir. Hindi rin siguro, hindi rin
By ano?
dapat kasi ang inatinan mo, sir, predictive analytics. So if you want equations, if you are interested of the equations, predictive analytics, dahil yun talaga ay prediction. Pero ito kasi testing, hypothesis testing ito eh. Kaya ang nakalagay doon sa ating title of the seminar is item analysis, statistical modeling, and research. Then the title of this session is structural equation modeling using WAR-PLS. Structural equation modeling is not predicting actual values. So if your goal is to build a mathematical model and you use that mathematical model for to predict, then the best training is predictive analytics. For example, sir, I have a project in Lasal way back 2007. Kasi nag-join ako sa Lasal 2007. Di ba sa isang university, mayroon tayong entrance examination. So, alam na natin kung sino yung pumasa sa entrance exam at sino yung hindi. So, ang nangyari kasi sa Lasal, lahat ng pumasa dyan. For example, in a particular school year, ang takers ay, say for example, 3,000, ang pumasa ay 1,500. So, ibig sabihin, yung 1,500, allowed sana silang mag-enroll. Ngayon, hindi naman mag-pursue. So, ang ginawa namin, we created a model so that at the end of the day, malaman namin kung what is the probability that this passer applicant will pursue to enroll in the university. For example, tayong lahat pumasa. Ang iba hindi naman mag-enroll eh. Doon nag-enroll sa UST, sa Ateneo, sa UP. So what are the factors affecting their decisions? So I have a paper about it. I have a paper about it. So, ang ginawa namin, we developed a predictive model. So, it's an equation na kapag applicant siya na pumasa, i-input lang namin sa computer yung kanyang profile. Lalabas na yung probability. This applicant, the probability that she or he will enroll is, say, for example, mga 40% lang. So, ipapasa na yun sa marketing department. Kasi kung halimbawa, itong batang ito, ang course na engineering, matalino, so tatawagan natin to, offeran natin ng scholarship. O, diba? Sa marketing yan eh. So, at least, at the end of the day, ma-identify namin yung applicants na sino yung potential na pwede tawagan. Para encourage natin na mag-proceed ka, mag-enroll ka, engineering, mechanical engineering. Kasi may potential ito na mag-top notch, sir. So, alokin mo. Bigyan mo na yung scholarship. Libre. Lahat ng tuition. So, ganun ang ginagawa namin. So, yung ano namin, yung aming model, consistent siya for 3 consecutive years. Ibig sabihin, magaling siya mag-predict. So, it's a mathematical equation. So, yun yung ibig mo sabihin, sir. Yeah. Pero pag structural equation modeling, it is not about equation. It is hypothesis testing. Yes po.
Mas not, sir, kasi kanina in our morning session, you asked about R squared. What does R squared stand for?
Okay. I will open my
For excess general education.
wait lang. Okay. So, my experience, the question is about R squared. So, I have here the SPSS. So, while opening the SPSS, mayroon tinatawag tayong Pearson correlation. So, alam niyo yung Pearson correlation. If, for example, mayroon tayong eraser dyan. Sana ba yung stop natin? Camille. Wala na sila. Okay. Birth weight. Okay. Instead na mag-drawing ako dito, dito na lang. So, for example, I have birth weight data about the weight of the newborn baby. Then there is also height or weight of mother. Okay? Weight of the baby, weight of the mother. Now, if we try to correlate this, of course, we look at first the scatter plot. So we have the weight of the mother, we put it in the x-axis. Weight of the baby, we put it in the y-axis. Then we come up with a scatter plot. Then, so if you look at the pattern of points, mayroon bang resemblance na the heavier the mother, the heavier also the baby? Mayroon bang ganon? Kung hindi mo ma-estimate roughly, you can ask the help of SPSS. I-double click mo lang yan para magkaroon tayo ng line. So, double click ko lang. Yan, tapos pwede na ako maglagay ng fit line. So, obviously, yung line ko parang mayroong slope siya. So, we have the higher, positive ang slope sa line na yan. So, ibig sabihin, mayroon tayong idea na ang relationship niya ay linear. Meaning to say, the higher the weight of the mother, the higher also the weight of the baby. Or as the height of the as the weight of the mother tends to get higher, the weight of the baby also increases. Para sa something like that. So we can compute the R for that. R. So ang ibig sabihin is Pearson R. Because the Pearson R can tell us the strength of the relationship. For example, if we try to compute the R, yan. If you compare if you compute the Pearson R for mother's weight and baby's weight, so it's something like that.
Best in notes.
Yan. So, mayroon tayong 0.167. So, yun yung Pearson R. Ngayon, if you square that amount, 0.167, ibig sabihin coefficient of determination. Yun yung amount of variance shared by the two variables. So in Venn diagram, kung ito ay weight of the baby, ito ay weight of the mother. So mayroon siyang shared. The amount of variability shared by the two variables. Yan yung coefficient of determination. Yung R na 0.167 i-square mo. 0.167 square. So yan yung amount of variance. So 0.167 times 1.67, 0.167, that is equivalent to the R square. Coefficient of determination ang tawag niyan. So that would be, maki-multiply na ito, 0.167 square. 0.027889. Yan. Ibig sabihin, 2.8%. 2.8% of the variability of the variance shared by the two variables is 2.8%. So, ibig sabihin, napakaliit lang yung point of intersection nila. 2.8% lang. Ngayon, kung halimbawa, sa regression analysis, marami ang independent variables. Say, for example, mayroon kang y versus plus x1 b1 plus x2 b2 plus and so on and so forth. So meaning to say you have plenty of independent variables. Yan na yung multiple r square. So multiple r square. So how much is the shared variance between this, the predicted value, and the y? The actual y versus the predicted values of y. Parang ganito. If I will run the regression, I will run the regression for this. Ang dependent variable ko ay baby's weight. Tapos ang independent variable ko ay mother's weight. Smoking. Yung smoking habit ng mother. Smoker, non-smoker. Tapos history of hypertension, for example. So I have now 3 independent variables. So I can come up with a value of r squared. Okay. So, kung pwede ko rin i-save yung aking predicted value. Predicted value. Continue, then click OK. So from that, I have now the capital R. Meaning to say, yung capital R na yan, that is the correlation between the actual Y o actual birth weight and the predicted birth weight. Parang ganito. Di ba mayroon na akong birth weight dito? Ayan. Tapos, sabi ko sa SPSS, i-save yung predicted birth weight. So, ito yon. So, if I will correlate this, the result of that is big R. If I will correlate, I will compute the R for that birth weight versus the predicted value. This one. So the result of that is 0.310. This 0.310 is the Pearson correlation between the actual birth weight and the predicted birth weight. Equivalent yan dito sa big R, dito sa SPSS output. Yan. Meaning to say, yung big R dito, this is equivalent to the correlation between the actual birth weight and the predicted birth weight. If you square this, ito na yun. 9.6%. So, katumbas yan dito. So, yan yung shared variance. Di ba yung predicted ko, ang predicted value ko dito, nakapag-predict ako dito dahil sa information ko from the weight of the mother, smoking status, at saka history of hypertension. Kaya nabuo ko yung prediction ko dito. So, ibig sabihin, ang nag-contribute pala sa values na yan ay yung smoking, history of hypertension, at saka yung weight of the mother. So ngayon, kung i-correlate mo yan versus ito, ibig sabihin, yan yung shared variance nila. So meaning, yung R squared pala, that represents the proportion of variance explained by the predictors. Pero technically, ang ano namin sa statistics nan is proportion of variance explained by the model. Pero pag sinabi mong model, ang contributor ng model na yon ay yung mga predictors. Kaya we can say that in that case, the R square is ilan ngayon? 7. The R square is 9.6, so 9.6% of the variability of birth weight is contributed by smoking, history of hypertension, and weight of the baby. So kung halimbawa gusto ng mathematical equation, so isulat mo. Ang mga coefficients mo, yung 4.846, negative 261, parang equation siya. Halimbawa, kung ito yung birth weight, ito ay 2452, tapos ito ay P1 ay 4846, dito ay and so on and so forth. So to answer the question, what is the meaning of R square? So it's yung big R, ibig sabihin, ano yan siya? Proportion of variance explained by the proportion of variance in the dependent variable, which is accounted by or attributed by the independent variables of the model.